He wore the badge-like armor. Confident, powerful, untouchable, until one case shattered his world. When he arrested the wrong woman. She wasn't a criminal. She was a force. And what she did in court turned justice upside down. Before we start, hit subscribe, like, and drop a comment where you're watching from. Because this story isn't just about crime. It's about the power of accountability. Welcome to EdgeLine Stories, where real life writes the most unforgettable scripts. Lieutenant Cole Matthews was the kind of cop everyone respected or feared. Almost 20 years on the force, a decorated career, multiple commendations. He was promoted early, tactically sharp, and immune to public backlash. He wore his badge like pride, and he believed he could never be wrong. In May 2024, a viral video catapulted Cole into national attention. A shoplifting incident outside a busy shopping mall. The video showed a woman, late 40s, being detained. Not aggressively, but firmly. Cole processed the arrest himself. Within hours, local news ran headlines. Shoplifter struggles, Lieutenant Matthews enforces justice. The police chief praised his swift action. Cole gave interviews, his confidence shining as he stood strictly in uniform. But off camera, something shifted. 2 days after the mall arrest, the woman, identified as Amira Bell, a local art teacher, was released without charges. There was no evidence, no merchandise, just suspicion and a face that Cole thought looked familiar from a past case. But that wasn't the story being told publicly. In the media, the story had already taken off. The video views surged into the hundreds of thousands. Neighborhood groups argued over who was right. Some praised Cole's firmness. Others said it felt too personal. Amira Bell wasn't just another citizen. She had no criminal record, no motive, and no reason to be at that mall other than to buy gifts for her students. She was also the daughter of the late Judge Hal Bell, a man Cole had clashed with in court years ago. That detail hadn't surfaced yet, but it would. And when it did, the headlines would flip like pages in a windstorm. Amira didn't shout. She didn't sue. She simply filed a motion, violation of civil rights. False detainment. Officer Cole Matthews. A week later, Amira sat calmly in a tan suit, no lawyer beside her. She'd chosen to represent herself. When the judge asked why, her response stopped the room cold. Because this isn't just about me. This is about all the times Officer Matthews thought he could act without question, and no one did. Cole stared across the courtroom, arms folded, lips tight. He hadn't expected this. She wasn't just defending herself. She brought witnesses, 4 in total, each with nearly identical stories. False stops, misplaced evidence, dismissed complaints. One man trembled as he told the judge, "I told Internal Affairs. They told me it would disappear if I kept quiet." It contained footage from a coffee shop across from the mall entrance. Time-stamped. It showed Amira exiting the store empty-handed. No bag, no merchandise, nothing stolen. In the footage, Cole is seen following her for blocks, then detaining her outside the bookstore. She didn't resist. She didn't run. She just stood still, asking what she'd done wrong. The courtroom fell silent. Cole's defense unraveled quickly. His attorney requested a recess. When the court resumed, Amira stood once more, not to gloat, not to accuse, but to ask a question. How many others never made it this far? Who had no cameras? No voice? The judge paused, then handed down a decision. Cole Matthews would be placed on unpaid leave, subject to an internal review, and all body cam data from the past 18 months would be reopened for investigation. He lost the badge. He lost the pride. But more than anything, he lost the illusion of invincibility. Amira, meanwhile, became an advocate. She started a nonprofit called Insight, dedicated to helping people file wrongful arrest claims, especially those without video evidence. Inside is a note. Anonymous. It reads, "You weren't the only one, but you were the most protected." And beneath it is a photo of a young man, black eye, police badge reflected in his sunglasses. Cole looks around. Who sent it? And who else wore the badge like armor? Was Cole just one bad officer? Or is this part of something deeper, something hidden behind courtroom doors and unfiled complaints? What would you have done if you were Amira? Let us know in the comments. And if you thought this story was intense, wait until you hear about the one where a man got a voicemail from his wife 6 months after she died. That story is coming next. So make sure you hit subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. This is EdgeLine Stories, where real life writes the most unforgettable scripts.